Hello again. This is Kimmy with Kimmy's Real Adventures and Stuff. I'm going to start another new vlog for a book reading and book review. I don't know if I reviewed this already before, but this book review is for Dear Los Angeles, the city in Diaries and Letters from 1542 to 2018. I have read this book before. It's a very good book, and I picked it up at eBay where I pick up a lot of my stuff. I love Los Angeles. I love Los Angeles and Hollywood history, especially when the dark history is just intriguing. And I just love history in general, especially if it's in regards to California, Hollywood, and Los Angeles. And this is a very good book. And I'm going to start reading from this book as well. And basically, yeah, it's Diaries and Letters from the year 1542 to 2018. And let's get a start on this. On the inside cover, and it's by David Kippen, or edited by David Kippen. Okay? It's a rich mosaic of diary entries and letters from the likes of Marilyn Monroe and James Dean, F. Scott Fitzgerald and Susan Sontag, Albert Einstein, Cesar Chavez, Joan Rivers, and many, many more. This is a story of LA as told by locals, transplants, and some just passing through. The city of LA, or the City of Angels, has played a distinct role in the hearts, minds, and imaginations of millions of people who see it as an ultimate symbol of the American dream. David Kippen, a cultural historian and avid scholar of LA, has scoured libraries, archives, and private assemblies. Oh gosh, yeah, I can't even read now. Okay, please forgive me. He scoured libraries, archives, and private estates to assemble a kaleidoscopic view of a truly unique city. From the Spanish missionary expeditions in the early 1500s to the golden age of Hollywood to the strange new world of social media, this collection is a slice of life in LA. Through the years, the pieces are arranged by date, January 1st through December 31st, featuring selections from different decades and centuries. And there's some very interesting entries. What emerges is a vivid tapestry of insights, personal discoveries, and wry observations that together distill the essence of the city, a sprawling and magical as the city itself. Dear Los Angeles is fascinating, must-have collection from everyone in, from, or touched by Southern California. That is the inside flap, and the back cover pretty much says, This book's a brilliant constellation spread out over a few centuries and 5,000 square miles. Each tiny entry pins the reality of the great unreal city of angels to a moment in human time, moments enthralled, appalled, jubilant, suffering, gossiping, or bragging. And it turns out there's no better way to paint a picture of the place. And that's by Jonathan Lethem, with experts from the writings of Simone de Beauvoir, Ray Bradbury, Edgar Rice Burroughs, Octavia E. Butler, Italo Calvino, Cesar Chavez, Winston Churchill, Noel Coward, James Dean, T.S. Eliot, Albert Einstein, William Faulkner, Lawrence Ferlinghetti, and many more. I highly recommend picking up this book on eBay. It was relatively cheap, and it's a great read. It's quick. And I'm going to start with the preface. This book came out in, I'm guessing 2018 is when I got it. Okay. Of course, yeah, it came out in 2018 by David Kippen. Okay, I'm going to start in the preface. Preface is pretty long, but I think the preface in most books are pretty long. But this is going to be a book reading and review of Dear LA. This book is a collective self-portrait of Los Angeles when it thought nobody was looking. Joyous, creative, life-giving, violent, stupid, inhospitable to strangers, cerebral, melancholy, funny. Yeah, it's definitely funny. You can see a lot of funny on Hollywood Boulevard. What makes LA what it is anyway? What's true of Los Angeles that isn't true of anywhere else? In real estate parlance, look at the comparables. We're a movie town, but so is Mumbai. The weather's nice, but you can't buy a decent window scraper in Honolulu either. Yes, we're so spread out, but have you tried hoofing it across London? We're the Italy of America. Yeah, especially Catalina Island, which I highly recommend. It's one of the best places to go. It's like the south of France, only cheaper to get there. We're the Italy of America. No, wait, we're the capital of the third world. Hang on. Now we're the Ellis Island of the West. What's next? Yesterday's hyperbole is tomorrow's ephemera. I can't pronounce that word. Ephemera. E-P-H-E-M-E-R-A. If in some perverse urban version of orienteering you blindfolded and dropped me in random cities with just a canteen and a compass, I would even recognize LA if I landed in it. Would I even recognize LA if I landed in it? It might take a while. To my blinkered, biased eyes, no other town scrumbles together the best and worst of every other city in the world as okay, I can't even pronounce this word. As well as LA. I'm going to put as well as LA. As well as LA does. It's Heidelberg next door to Youngstown, hard by Positano. Why are they giving me words I can't pronounce? After all, what do Mumbai and Honolulu have in common other than LA's resemblance to them? I can't think what Los Angeles is. For better or worse, the Los Angeles of Los Angeles. That's true. If you're living in LA, you don't have to travel all around the world because you can get the whole world here in LA. And the great thing about it is, with good weather all the time, you can go to the beach and go skiing in the same day because the mountains are so close. And then you got Little Tokyo, you got Chinatown, you got Catalina Island. Wherever you want to travel to in the world, you can probably find it in California, if not LA. Back to the reading. This exceptionalism transcends the old postcard cliche of someone picking an orange and throwing a snowball on the same day. See what didn't I just say something along that line? My favorite parlor trick is to ask a transplant what they miss most about where they're from, and they try to come up with a Southern California approximation. It can be done, however dubiously. Nobody need ever feel homesick here, although over the following pages plenty of diarists and correspondents have managed it somehow. Yeah, and that's something else that I find, that if someone comes and lives in LA, even if it's for a short amount of time, and they feel they can't make it here, and then they move back to wherever they came from, or maybe they move somewhere else, they miss LA like crazy. It's just something about this town that, people become addicted to, whether it be the weather, all the beautiful sights to see. I don't know what it is about LA, man. That's why there's no place else I'd rather be than here. And besides the fact that I hate cold weather, and if I ever do want to experience cold weather, I'll just go to the mountains where it still snows in summer. Someplace like Big Bear or something. Anywho, partly this homesickness stems from the natural propensity of visitors here to travel in packs. Too few of them know the natives or the gone natives who could point them towards consolation. The other excuse for homesickness is a lot of people enjoy it. When I'm out of town, I cherish the occasional pang as much as the next guy. Homesickness reassures us that we're right to live where we do instead of wherever we've temporarily shanghaied ourselves to. Where's my morning Times? My Dodgers broadcast, my jacarandas in June, a decent burrito, only a return ticket away. Oh yeah, the jacarandas are nice. They smell good in the evening along with the jasmine. A reader's first reaction to Dear Los Angeles might be, what's with the hiccup in date-by-date structure? Why not just march out all the entries in straightforward chronologically, like Bartlett's familiar quotation does? Whoever heard of a book that inches forward each day only to ratchet back overnight just as far or farther? Is this a day book or the myth of Sisyphus? Why are they giving me words I can't pronounce? Sisyphus, Sisyphusy. No, okay. The ungrateful answer is, it wasn't my idea. Teresa Carpenter's delightful New York diaries provided the template. Oh, how I fought this. First I tried the traditional Bartlett's approach from 1542 up to the present, until I realized that we'd be at page 150 before getting to statehood, i.e., to a diarist that lay reader had actually heard of. To any diarist that a lay reader had actually heard of. Chucking that, I had the bright idea of starting with the fulcrum year of 1935 and zigzagging back and forth in time from there, but the thing read more like a double acrostic than a book. At one point, the manuscript even morphed into a coffee table, ready history of the city, complete with elaborate self-amused photo captions that will still smirk at me from the depths of my hard drive. And maybe during this reading I will include some pictures, maybe, somehow. I do miss that shot of Jack Nicholson arriving at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, hot off Chinatown, and with, yes, the Department of Water and Power building looming up behind him. And then it hit me. I could start with January 1st and just work forward one day at a time, complimentary trying to juxtapose a few passages for each date. One step forward 2 centuries back, the perennial quixotic, here we go again, Quixotic spectacle of LA, forever finding fresh mistakes to make. In that moment, the whole deck of the book started shuffling into place. I was so excited, it took days for me to realize I replicated Teresa's schemes all but exactly. I hope she hit upon it more efficiently than I did. Okay, next vlog for this. I will pick up in the preface, and I will put a little mark by the book. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. And oopsies, I hope you have a happy 4th of July. Be sure to click that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and share on your social media. And if you have any other ideas for content, leave that in the comments below. Okay. See ya.